Masters, like often, are let down by their parents because it's what becomes the not that allows them to be the I am. I'm not my mom. I'm not this. I'm not that.
Good morning and welcome now to Tuesday. Well, it's Lightcast Day, the most powerful day of the month to set your personal intentions. And Sensei says, no matter what age you are, I argue you are about to begin the story you were born to live. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your Tuesday Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste Today, a Metro spiritual way to start your day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Christopher Witecki. I'm an astrologer, I'm a psychic, and I'm on a personal mission to stand in my heart, walk in the light, and help other people stand in theirs. Namaste, my friends, and welcome to Tuesday. Well, today is the new moon, which I like to call Lightcast Day, the most powerful day of the month to set our intentions. And because of the other planets that are kind of lined up, I argue today is not just any ordinary Lightcast Day, it is the beginning of the story you were born to live. Not kidding. So in today's tea time, I'll be giving you clues about what I mean by that. But first, let's take a look at today's zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is for Tuesday, August 2nd, 2016. Looking ahead at the 5-day moodcast, tomorrow is going to be sunny and it's Love Fest Day. That is the most loving day of the month. Be sure to prepare to tell people that you love them. Thursday is sunny, but you will be mostly learning. And Friday I expect to be humid with a chance of some growing pains. But today, it is partly cloudy and manifesting. What you love today is what will come. Now the Great Human Walk has reached step 10 Leo. That means our ruling channel today is channel 10, I manifest, and that means the ruling planet today is Mother Earth. Now our emotional focus today is manifesting the future. The moon has shifted into Act 2 of Leo and will cross the sun today for Lightcast Day. And our mental focus is looking for personal breakthrough. Mercury is at step 4 of Virgo. Now today is not only Lightcast Day, but I argue it is the beginning of the reason you were born. Go grab some tea. I have a fabulous tea time. Hello, friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is a cosmic fun one titled New Moon. How about New Millennium? And what I mean by that is that I think that we are starting in this new moon in Leo. To me, this is the beginning of the story of why you were born. And you may go, what? What if I'm 70? Yep, beginning of the story. Bernie Sanders, it's the beginning of the story. You know, and that means it took him that long to get to the beginning. But this has to do with me looking at the planets and, lifetimes and, looking at generations. And I'm interested in generations. I've been studying generations for a long time. And the generations that are currently in power on Earth, which I dictate through Pluto generation, all right, so pretty much this is the Pluto Leo is the baby boomer, Pluto Virgos are the healers, Pluto Librans are the relationship people, Pluto Scorpios are the boundary drawers, Pluto Sagittariuses are the ones who are going to adopt the new philosophy, and then there's the millennials, Pluto and Capricorn, okay? These are all the Plutos. Now, looking at all these generations, none of these generations have ever had their the test of their life yet. They haven't been tested to that test of their life. And usually, in lifetimes, you see generations all go through a test together, like the Civil War and the Revolutionary War, or World War I or World War II. Generations go through these tests. Vietnam, pretty much after, Vietnam in the 80s, there hasn't been this test. And I think part of that has been we've held back we didn't want to go through the wrong test, like a nuclear test and that sort of thing. I also think because all these generations are here to step into enlightenment. I think all of us are interested in helping the earth enlighten. I think even the people who are being dark right now are here on the team of enlightenment, because that's what's supposed to happen. So I believe up until now, no matter what age you have been healing yourself, you have been facing your karma, and you have been preparing for this moment. I really think so. And this is the beginning. Now, there's many signs of this. Bless you, Bella. There's many signs of this in the planets right now. The biggest is, of course, it's Lightcast Day, so we are manifesting something in Leo, so our heart is coming forward, and there's a new story. What's interesting is what story is coming forward. Saturn is retrograde at actually 9 degrees, 1 degree off, so it's trining in. So Saturn retrograde means that, in my opinion, we are going back to an old story. All right. Another sign of us going back to an old story is the fact that Saturn is squaring Neptune in Pisces right now. And so that means that we're going back to an old story that's a karmic story. And because it's retrograde, it's a karmic old story. Because Saturn's in retrograde, our heart is creating. So Sun in Leo is what we create. This year, what we're creating is some retrograde Saturn at 9 degree old story from our past, in which there is conflict and unresolved karma still, the square. So in essence, we are going back in time, and we are all now bringing forward where we left off karmically. And whatever that story is, in my opinion, it's the story that you left off and wanted to settle. It's the story, and that's where we've all come to do this like kind of major play. I think we all know what the major play is, incidentally. The major play is, are we going to turn towards love, or are we going to continue down this fear path? We've reached a point with our climate, everything, where we have to make a choice. We can no longer kind of do both and get away with it, right? Like, so the tensions are starting to build. I also think that what this is the return of Atlantis. I think that this is the turn toward Atlantis. I think every time Pluto's been in Capricorn, actually, which is where Pluto is right now, another planetary condition I didn't mention yet. I think every time Pluto's in Capricorn, humanity turns back towards evolved civilizations. And then, of course, Pluto always goes into Aquarius after, which is where we realize the potential of that or not, or hide from it or whatever. So we are all here clearly, I think, to begin to wake up right now. This new moon is your own heart waking up. In a practical sense, forget past lives and your past life story. Maybe you don't know all that. Maybe you don't care about all that. Okay, fine. What this comes down to is that thing in your heart you always wanted to be or do. Okay, because that is how it translates. You don't have to believe in past lives, because I believe what your heart was wanting to do for many lifetimes is reborn in that as a child, and reborn and reborn. That soul does not forget what that dream is. But I think all of us know, I think all of us feel and resonate when I say this, that we know something important is going to happen in this lifetime. We know we're here for that, and we know it's coming, right? I feel it. I think you feel it. And I think this new moon is the beginning of it. So what's interesting is, I'll wrap up with this, I believe this is the beginning of the new millennium. I believe that what you're creating with your heart right now, what you're putting your heart into, is you are setting yourself up for the position you want to play in this big game of chess. When was the last time we played this kind of a game of chess? World War II, I think. And I don't mean that in a dark way, because you know I'm here for the light, and that is not what I want is darkness. But that was the last time I saw the world truly have to decide where their heart was, what was real, and go for it. Now, we are older now. We shouldn't have to learn on that level, of course. And there's a lot of fear that we would go back to that level. And that's natural. That's what karma is. We generationally feel that we've been there before. I don't believe we have to be there again. But I do believe we're going to be making choices about if we believe in love or fear. And I think that some of those choices are coming out in elections and other places. So it's the beginning of the new millennia, and it's the beginning of the new story. The last thing I'll leave with this is that Mars has just entered into Sagittarius. And to me, Mars is the playhead, what we're going to do now. So Mars in Sag says, okay, we are beginning the story now, all right? And it is moving into play. And from this point forward, it's like, well, what's going to happen? You know, everyone either healed from their past life or didn't heal from their past life. They're either going to repeat their crap or not repeat their crap. I don't think it is said. I think we live in a state of free will, and we will see what happens. That said, let me take a sip of tea and give you a quick little advice for Lightcast Day. Okay, so today is really going to be a very quiet day is what I feel after I go into the energy, because I went into the big story, how it's a big beginning, and then I actually feel the energy and it's like, and stories do begin like with page 1, you know, and that's how quiet it's going to be. So it's okay if you don't have any energy, you feel deflated. It's really about in your heart, thinking about, I guess, in your daily life, what role are you going to play in this next moment. I think humankind all needs us to be real clear on who we are and what we represent. And I don't think that's in a rude way or in a, you know, but, you know, this protesting or whatever, it's like, I don't think it stops with protesting. I think we all have to be very aware of what we believe in our heart, and I think we have to be really willing to put it out there, because humankind is clearly making some choices of what's good and what isn't. Today is a day where that's really all you have to do is just be who you are and honor who you are. And vibrationally what's happening is things are shifting. You don't have to take action, you don't have to do anything, but energetically things are going to shift. So I want to give you 3 steps to kickstarting your wish factory, and that means to helping you manifest abundantly. With the sun in Leo, we manifest much more abundantly than usual. Okay. Step 1, kind of obvious, but people don't always do this. Identify what your heart wishes. Okay. Identify what your heart wishes, and notice I say wish. All right. Wish is what the universe is about, not in my realm. Is it possible? You have to go straight to the wish and leave the how up to the universe. Okay. Step 2, ask, where does my heart belong? Okay, so I wish my life was this. I belong somewhere like that. Okay, this is giving the universe coordinates, because manifestation is what we love to where it belongs. So you want to identify where do I belong in this wish? And then the last step 3, protect that first step of what you love. So whatever it is that you wish, and whatever it is you belong, protect that. Protect it means don't tell anybody, they'll laugh at it. Protect it means hold some space and time for it every day. Keep it sacred, that sort of thing. And that ultimately is the beginning. Keeping that wish and where it belongs, keeping that safe inside of you, that is the essence of manifestation. For those watched over by my personal sensei service, today we're going to talk about your pep talk. How do you know you're manifesting the right story? Right meaning spiritual, your heart, etc. I'll give you some steps to figuring that out so you can make sure you feel good. And with your eye candy at 3 o'clock, I'm going to give you a reminder of where you need to upgrade your heart's intentions right now. So looking at all of your astrology, where do you need to be wishing? Absolutely. That's because we have a more fertile place than usual. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. It helps us with our subscriber base. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Witecki. And if you'd like to come down and be a part of our community of light, come on down to SeriousJoy.tv. I am holding a reading sale right now. You'll find you can get a big discount on my readings. I'm booking up through the fall. And you can also mingle with other people who live in their heart. I'm so grateful to be of soul service to you. Have a fabulous day. Remember, I love you, and live, love, be.
You know, there's a secret in your birthday to courage, and courage leads to love. Are you ready to find out the truth? I have the answer. You too can find the truth if you dare. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com.